Good morning, everyone. If you have a moment, hop over to Iona Loves Sean XX. She likes to come on my videos and comment that I'm a pedophile, which I take a slight issue with, considering I'm a father and an uncle, and that shit disgusts me. She's one of those people who thinks the internet exists so that her 10-year-old ass can say whatever she wants with no repercussions. She did make her account private because she was afraid of everyone coming to visit her. So my suggestion is you could send her a friend's request, then bomb her page once she accepts. You could simply report her account. But I think it's a good lesson to learn that you can't just say whatever you want and not have repercussions. Have a great day.
Hi, everybody.
So the other day I posted a video about a young girl who decided to jump on my videos and leave comments about how I'm a pedophile. And when I approached her about it, she was like, I don't give a fuck. I can do what I want. I can say what I want. And I was like, cool. And I sent you all to pay her a visit. And many of you did, and thank you for that. Well, her account was called Iona Loves Sean. And it's all about how she's obsessed with her boyfriend, Sean, even though they're 12 years old. Well, today I found Sean. Now, here's the thing. I don't want anyone to go give Sean hate. Actually, Sean seems like a really sweet guy. If anything, I think Sean deserves better. So I figure there's got to be some followers here that are around the age of 12. Lovely young ladies who are also nice. So why don't you hop over and pay Sean a visit? That is, if you like good-looking young men with chestnut brown hair who also have Australian accents. And maybe explain that he deserves better than someone who's nasty on the inside. Thanks. Bye. Say I'm not here to make excuses. This video is being made because I don't want people to attack others. I don't want people to attack Nursnaya or Dinesh or our exorcist or Aunt Karen or anyone for having a problem with something that I've done. People, especially those who are mutuals of mine and been associated with me, should be able to say, hey, I'm not okay with what this person said or did, and that be okay, because otherwise people will assume that they are okay with it. And I know there will be people who are like, well, what was the context of that? What were you saying? So I'm going to explain that, again, not as an excuse. So this is back when I was still just lip syncing on the app. I wasn't doing any kind of advocacy. I had maybe 100K followers at that time. And I had a girl who came into my comments and was making posts calling me a pedophile. I think people have realized at this point that that's triggering for reasons I won't go into. So I first reached out to her and was like, wow, that's really not cool. You can really hurt someone by doing that. And her response was, fuck you, I don't care. So I made the first video. Now I want it to be clear. I didn't get any information on this person. I never sent anybody to like their Instagram or somewhere else or where she goes to school. All of this was contained on TikTok. But I made that. And at the time, I really didn't understand what making a post like that, how your followers could respond to that. Like, it never dawned on me that she could get a ton of hate messages. I thought people would just go like, hey, that's not cool. It's really wrong that you would do that. And honestly, that is what people did. She didn't get a bunch of hate messages out of it. But she responded again, like, I don't give a fuck, all of you, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I made the video about her boyfriend, who is also on TikTok, saying maybe there's a nice girl who would like to be with him. Again, not really understanding what could have come from that. And I'm very fortunate that it didn't result in a bunch of people just harassing them. But that doesn't change the fact that it could have, and it doesn't change the fact that it's wrong, and I was wrong. And it's something, while I would never do it today, I did it then. Now lately there's been a lot of focus on things that I've done or said in the past, and it causes a lot of people to have to make content on it or address it. And that causes people to not be able to focus on the good things they should be focusing on. I mean, Dinesh and our exorcists were swatted and almost no one's talking about it. That's not right. My being here right now seems to be a distraction, and I don't want to be a distraction. So I am going to take some time off from this app to reflect and look at what I can do to be better. There are good creators doing good things, even ones who have had a problem with me, and I want them to be able to focus on that. So please support them, and let's try and get back to doing real good that enacts real. I was working with Brett Warlock to uncover the real issues this entire time, And I said a lot of things in order to not draw suspicion. I'll let you hear the things she said to not draw suspicion.
So I think it's interesting that Bread Warlock it's like getting into everyone's DMs, because he got into mines basically doing the same, asking me to go after you, Tizzy, and I was just kind of like, what? Why? He then presented some information and, calling you an ableist and all this other stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't feel confident doing that. I don't feel like that was what he meant. And I guess there is then the issue with Alyssa, and I was just like, yeah, I still don't feel confident in that because I don't think that's what he meant. So, and he was just like, well, you got a lot on your plate. Maybe somebody else will hold him accountable. And I was just like, I don't know if he's trying to take a dig at me, but I'm like, it really wasn't that serious. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people trying to bait people to, or bait us to talk about something that to me isn't really relevant. You know what I'm saying?
I don't want anyone to attack Aunt Karen or Bread Warlock or Lola or anyone. I'm just done. You want me to go on? Okay. Oh, hey, Happy New Year. How you been? I've been great, in major part because I haven't been here. Originally planned on coming back to tell you all the things I did while I was away, but there really is no point, because either that doesn't matter to you, or you won't be satisfied by anything that I have to say. And I've continued doing work elsewhere, just not on TikTok, because frankly, TikTok is toxic as fuck. So I stepped away, and exactly what I thought would happen, did. A bunch of people had already sharpened their pitchforks and lit their torches. With me not here, they were like, what are we going to do with these? Apparently the answer was turn on each other. And the reports I've gotten have just been disappointing and gross. A bunch of people showed exactly who and what they are, and I mean that in good and bad ways. So, very happy to know some people, and there's some other people that, well, there's nothing quite so New Year's resolution as cutting dead weight. Now, I already had some plans for shifts in content coming into the new year, and recent events have just solidified that. But I will say this, I'm not for everybody. Some people won't like the things that I say, or how I say them, or the way that I look, and that's okay. Well, I've been upfront about not always being the man I am today, and that's why I do what I do, because I know people are capable of change. I'm an example of that. Some people might hear or see something that I did 3 years ago, or 6 years ago, or 13 years ago, and say, I can't support you anymore. I didn't know you were ever that person. And that's okay too. I can't help the fact that at 10 years old, I was dragged along to pick it out in front of abortion clinics. I didn't have a say in that. I was just a little prop. And it haunts me to this day. There's a lot of things that haunt me. Some things that I didn't have a say in. Other things that I did my damn self. And that's life. So, if you think there's any reason that you can't support me, that's okay. What's not okay is you investing all of your energy then in attacking anything or anyone that does want to support me. If you're against the things that I support, that would make sense. But if you claim to want the same things that I want, why would you attack others just because they don't agree with you in not supporting me? Why would you want to see me deplatformed? Like, do you think this is a ladder? Like, if I'm on this rung, you have to knock me down for someone else to move into that spot? Because that's not how any of this works. And I can make this real simple. I'm not great or special, and I don't mean that in some self-deprecating, I want compliments way. I mean that genuinely. I'm just a guy. But I have some really great and special people who follow me for whatever reason. And I am somehow getting the opportunity to be a conduit to tell them about things and needs that they can actually help with. And you claiming to want to see those needs met while actively trying to stop that because you don't like me as the conduit makes no sense. So don't like me, don't support me, but get out of the way. Do you want to see change or do you want to be right? Because if you just want to be right, don't call yourself an ally or an advocate.